Hi everyone. Today I'm back with a review of a series. It's a British show. It's not new. It came out a few years ago. It's called A Discovery of Witches, which you can stream on Hulu. Now, I tried to find it on Netflix, but for us, unfortunately, it was not on Netflix. But it was on Hulu, and I stumbled upon it. Really, honestly, did not had never heard about the show, and that happens a lot with the British shows, by the way, with me at least. I don't find these. I find these shows out of the blue, and then I start watching them, and sometimes they're amazing, like this one. So it's a story. It's a very unique tale about witches, vampires, um, and it is such a unique take on the show, on the story about these two characters, played by Matthew Good, who plays Matthew, and Diana, played by Teresa Palmer, and several other amazing characters, by the way. It's a story about discovery of witches, as it says in the title, but it's a story about this particular witch who stumbles across this book she's doing some research on, and it changes her life forever. Um, we learn about how she changes the course of the world through this series. It has 3 seasons. Unfortunately, the seasons are not very big. They are season one was 8 episodes, season two was 10, and season three was 7. I wish there was more because the show was so well written, the screenplay was so well done, it was so interesting to watch. And I love the fact that it was such a unique and interesting take on the vampires and the witches and their lives and the congregation. And it's funny, it's sad, it's beautifully done. It's so interesting. It took me a couple of episodes to really get into it. Like when I first started watching it, I was expecting those, vampire thing. They're gonna start attacking people. There'll be blood and there'll be blood sucking and all that. The show covers none of that. I loved the fact it was such a unique take on it, and that's why I ended up watching the whole series. I binge watched it for like days. It took me a while to get through them because they're like 45 minutes each, a single episode. But I was so surprised by it. I was so amazed by it. I wish there was more. It only had 3 seasons. I wish there were more seasons. It's one of those shows which I think could have done so much more with the characters and the stories. Um, it's not like, Vampire Diaries or Original, which, by the way, are highly overrated shows, I find, on a personal level. So if you disagree with me, that's fine. I found Vampire Diaries so boring. The only reason I watched it was because of the three main characters, but it became really weird for me later on, and I was just not into it. I didn't even finish the show. It was so boring for me. But and even same with the originals, by the way. The first couple seasons were good, and after that was crap. But this show, it keeps your interest going because they are reaching towards a goal and they're trying to find answers to that and how they're going to manage that. How these two unlikely characters, Matthew and Diana, come together and how they've managed to change the course of their destiny and how and what they are going to do, how they're going to go about it. It's such an interesting story, and it's funny, it's sweet, it's scary, it's sad, it it's everything. It has everything in it. Um, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I highly recommend watching it. It's not, if you're expecting something like Vampire Diaries or Originals, it's not. It's so different, and that's what I love about the show, that it's so different. And it's a British show, and if you watched it, you should, let me know what your thoughts are. I would love to know. Matthew Good, who was in Downton Abbey as well, he's famous and he looks so beautiful in the show. My God, I couldn't stop staring at his eyes. His eyes just stood out. His expressions, his face, like he's he's beautiful. But that's besides the point. Um, but uh, I highly recommend watching the show. It's something different and something good to watch. The show ended in 2021, but it's on Hulu. So please like, share, and subscribe my channel, and I would love to know what your thoughts are about this show. Thank you so much for watching.